Graeme Axford. Graeme, you've got a book out. Would you like to tell us why you wrote the book?
Yes, the book is called Differently Abled, and part of the reason for that is I've got a severe case of dyslexia, which has proven to be difficult, but there's an upside and a downside to that, and I won't go into too much about what that is because people will have to read the book to find out. But so it's really a two-stage book. It talks about my life with dyslexia, and then it talks about the run-ins I had with Child, Youth and Family and the Ministry of Social Development, who to a certain degree played on my disability. And it continues on in there, so it basically covers my life to date, but also particularly my advocacy, which started off in 1989 and is still going today, and also the path that took and the adventures that followed. So I won't be saying too much about it because people need to get the book to find out more, and I don't want any spoilers, but I will say that the book was 100% sponsored by someone who, when they heard my story, said, you need to do a book. And I said, well, I can't, I've got dyslexia and I can't read and write and spell. And they put me in contact with a ghostwriter and then came back and said, I'll pay for the book. So we've done the book, and the book's being used as a fundraiser because we want to, first of all, initiate a judicial review in regard to the principles of natural justice to do with the Child, Youth and Family, or now Oranga Tamariki's complaint system. And that's because we believe it is inconsistent with natural justice. So that's the first aspect of what we're going to use the money raised from the book for. And the second aspect is to, if there's anything left over from that, and there's two issues with that. One, if we win, we may get our costs back. And if we don't win, then I'll have to pay the other side's costs, which isn't too great. But should there be, by any chance, any money left over from that, then I'll just use that to continue my ongoing advocacy work, and it won't be to pay wages, it'll be just to meet costs of computer stuff, paying people to format my documents, all the travelling I do in relation to helping people. So that's the general idea of the book anyway. Part of the disinformation campaign that's been talked about me is that I'm a disgruntled parent. Well, actually I'm not a parent. So when they say things like that, you know that whoever's telling that information is wrong. And also, the whole saga is actually in the book. There's a lot of information we could go into, but it's best people read it. Now, on the topic of the book, one of the staff said to me the other day, anyone can put anything they want on a book, doesn't make it true. A lot of the book's actually based on the evidence that I put before Parliament. The evidence that when the MSD had the chance to rebut it, had it not been true, they didn't. So I can say that about 60% of what's in the book was put in my submissions before Parliament. So when people say there's no evidence of it, there is on Parliament's webpage, because Parliament wouldn't accept something that they hadn't first checked up on to find out if it was accurate.
Thank you very much for your afternoon. I hope your book goes really well.
I hope so too. So
and we look forward to you possibly becoming an independent MP in the future.
That would be interesting.
That would be very interesting. I'm sure you'll get a lot of support.
Thank you.